Hey, Frank here. I want to show you this crazy AI system that just starts with basic white background images like this one and generates ambient images, campaign images, and even social media posts. So you can say goodbye to expensive photo shooting and creative agency and save up to 50K per year. It enables your brand to have more high quality and creative pictures and to test more on new creative marketing campaigns. The system is completely automated and it's built with zero code. So I guess that you just want to see how it works and how to build it step by step. So let's go.
Get deep with Frank to see AI define the new rules of the business game.
We are using a simple database which is called Airtable, which is a good tool like Google Sheet on steroids, very good for automation. So we do store here the input, basic image like this one and this one. They're just white background images, very simple. Everyone have this. And this with the model wearing it on white background. And from these, we will actually generate completely using it with this 100% automated workflow. Ambient image, very nice like this one, will take care of shadows, background, like lightning, all the things that are important for a great result. And then we're gonna generate social media posts with it, with call to action, with customizable layout, and we are also going to generate a campaign image. So we're gonna take our model on the white background into a very nice ambient, and AI will propose the prompt for it based on your initial indication of style and everything you can customize into the prompt for the AI that will generate the prompt for the background. So magical. So let's get started. Alright, so we're gonna start from Airtable, and I'm not going to create the table from zero. I'm starting from this one. I'm gonna explain you the important field that we're going to use for the automation. So we do have the name of the product, just basics, but it's used from the prompt. So make sure to put inside the name of the product with proper names, and it's also used to generate the social media posts. So import these or just create for testing now a few lines of product. Status, we're gonna set up the status column by having this. So to do is when they're ready to get picked from the automation. In progress, it's just intermediate step to approve and done. So very easy, just set up this field with a select. Then we do have a multi-select, so a multiple option field where we do want to add basic ambient campaign, story ambient product, and story campaign. Video is not necessary for this tutorial actually. And for each product that we want to process with a different output, we can select the output here that we do want. So we are generating 4 kind of inputs. Here you choose if you want to generate the ambient, the story with the ambient image, the campaign image, and the story with the campaign, right? So these are used to select the output that you want. You can just choose one. And then we do need input image. It's an attachment field, easy peasy, where you do upload your starting image, the input image, which is the clean. Now we're gonna add something so we can test this skirt, all right? Another attachment field for the input model. So your model with background white like this one, I'm gonna add it here. Then we need a functional field, which is last modified time, and you're gonna specify the field that will trigger this, which are going to be image workflow status, the status we do created. Alright, so this is what we need in Airtable, and now we also have one line to test. So this, we're gonna be setting this to do, and it's ready. Now let's go ahead to make.com. You can find all the links in the community. There is also a specific course with the basic tools. Here it's make link and Airtable link for both, and how to configure the basic tool. It's free to start, so don't worry. So here on make, we do press create new scenario, and we will start building by integrating Airtable as it's our database, and from there we want to watch records. So whenever we have some product that are in the right status to do, this will trigger our automation to go. So we're gonna select product master, which is the name of our table here. The first time you have to create and set up the connection, but just the first time. It's very easy, you can find many tutorials. We're gonna select the trigger field last modified, the one that we created with this configuration. It's important. This will trigger based on the status, and so that our make automation will understand it's time to trigger. Label field, we can select name of the product. Limit, you can choose how many products you want to process. Now we can choose one if we want, just for the sake of this tutorial and for testing. And we want to run the automation to see if it's getting some data. You can see we got an output and we got selected this Bottega Veneta bag. So right now the first row is getting selected, but next we will want to add a filter to make sure we are processing only the to-do steps, right? So next we want to integrate a switch to recreate this double flow. So first we're gonna start by integrating the ambient image. I'm gonna look for, right? It's a router. I call it switch, but it's a router. So I'm gonna select a router. All right, good. And here, first of all, I'm gonna set up the filter and I'm gonna choose the workflow status, which is our status tracker. Let's say image workflow status must be to do. We can put is to do here, just to remember it. All right. So now if we do run, we will see that now we want to integrate GPT to watch the actual input picture and to create a good prompt for that picture to generate a good background for this kind of image. So we're gonna use analyze image vision. This is the integration with OpenAI that with a prompt, gonna get an input as an image, and we're gonna choose our input image URL. This is the basic product. Now we are working on the ambient image workflow, and I'm gonna copy the prompt. So the prompt is something like this. So by watching this product, I want you to propose a good prompt to generate a background for it. For example, an accessory, a bag could be blah, 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 blah. An example of a good actual prompt is something like this. In terms of style, you can customize all of this. If you want something chic, fresh or modern, or if you want something more classic, traditional, you will choose English and you're gonna copy paste this exactly like it is, because we need this technical step to get the answer from AI in a certain way so we can process it. So basically it returns these two fields in a JSON format, which is a technical kind of answer. So I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna go back to make. I'm gonna paste the prompt. You can fix a bit like the new line if you want, just to make sure you can read it better, because here I got the example. You see, it's more readable for you. It's not very important for the eye, but just make sure you understand what you're doing here and you can read it properly, so you can check if you're doing something wrong or not. All right, I think I sort of recreated the same structure. So here you're gonna choose the latest model, right? Max tokens, you can pump it a little bit, right? And I think we are good to go. We gave the input image our prompt. I'm gonna press OK, and I'm going to be testing it. I'm gonna try. The trigger is not triggering because every time we do need to set to do again, because it's remember if it triggers already. I'm gonna move this, sorry. So I'm gonna test again, and you see now it's actually working. So you saw it was working, and now we can see we got a result. Our result is a prompt, a flowing skirt on a modern white surface in a room. All right, I think it's got it. Yeah. So now we will move on. We didn't have a technical step here, which is a JSON, parse JSON, and I'm gonna just choose prompt from result. You have to create this. So I'm gonna show you the structure. So you need to add this structure and just put prompt as a first field and add another item, and the second item will be URL saved prompt, which is corresponding to this one and this. So AI will give us data like this, and we will process it like this. Save, OK, and then what we want to do is to use this to generate our first image finally. So first, you're gonna add HTTP make a request. So this is a 4 or 5 step configuration. So you need to configure the URL, get as a method, API key and model version in the headers. You find everything here inside the tutorial in the school community, which is free to enter. So you can copy paste everything. I'm just gonna explain you very quickly what it is. So your API key is your free API key. You can get one for testing from Photoroom.com. Then it's $20 for 500 images. It's a lot cheap, so it's super cheap. It's very easy to use. And then you just put this technical parameter, which is the model version. It's the number 3 that we need. Here we move from the headers into the query strings, and we put inside image URL, the input image from our database, the background prompt that we did generate with OpenAI in these 2 steps. You're gonna select the URL saved prompt as output from the JSON, and optionally you wanna add padding. Padding just protects your images to have some space between the product and the margins. This is like 10%, but you can make it like with more space, like 20%, 0.2 for example is 20%. All right, we're gonna test it. So I'm gonna run the automation. Now the prompt is getting generated. We do have the output here. We can check the prompt. A skirt on a modern minimal white surface. So something very basic should be the output. All right, success. So it's returning the image as a data. So this is something like very raw from the machine. Now we have some technical steps to do very quickly. So first we need an image conversion. Convert format, data, select data, file name we can use, for example, like the ID, and then put something like ambient.jpg and select JPG. Then what we want to do is to upload the image somewhere. I'm gonna use Google Drive because we need a link from something hosted to upload our image to Airtable. Then Drive, yeah, upload a file. I have my connection already, so I will choose a folder, click here to select the folder, Air Traction Demo, then Ambient Images. I pre-created my folder, you guys just create your, and I'm gonna get the image. All right, sometimes it's just a bit bugged, so I'm gonna press OK again, it's fine. And then I want to get the link. So I want to get share link, good. From the previous step, I'm gonna pick the file ID and just get this file link. All right, everything should be just good here. No, we want anyone, sorry, not a user. So after this, we want to save our image into Airtable, updating our database row. So I'm gonna select Airtable, update record. After this, I'm going to select my usual product master, table 1, which is our like product, you should renamed it. The record ID, I'm gonna select it from the initial watch record. So I'm gonna update the ID, right? And then I want to here update the status. We add this intermediate status, which is interesting, we can use, which is in progress. Yeah, I can put it in progress, so we know it's working. And here I'm gonna upload the ambient image as a file URL. And here from Google Drive, to get your share link, you're gonna select web content link, not the share link. Are 2 different. One is the file, the other one is the share link with the UI. It's not what we want. And after this, I think we don't need to update anything else. So I'm gonna just press OK and test again. So I'm gonna switch again to do, so it's triggering, and run it. It's working with the prompt. Let's see what the prompt is. A modern black skirt on a sleek white surface with a soft lighting. Nice. You see it's adding something about the lighting, is good. You can customize your prompt. Everything looks like successful. So I think we're gonna find our image with background here. Nice. So this is very minimalistic background, but you can see we have nice shadows, and this is our first ambient image. Good. Next, we want to create our social media template with this nice ambient image. So I'm gonna head on Placid. You can find a link in the tutorial on School Community. Inside, you can create a free account and test for free, like also here for many things. We're gonna create a new template very quickly together, just like the one you saw. Just very easy and fast. You're gonna go to stories, you find something you like, and for the sake of testing, I'm gonna use something which is very like commercial, like this one. I'm gonna just hit create. I'll get this into this storyboard, which you can use to customize everything. This works like but you use the integration to change the content and to export image, so you can leave it as it is. I'm gonna just quickly customize the background just to show you how easy it is. Nice shadow, a gradient like this. Maybe I want the picture a bit bigger, right? Something like this, perfect. And then I'm gonna hit save. I'm gonna go back, so closing here. And then you're gonna enable your integration for the first time. So from make, you're going to add a new module here. And from here, you're gonna select Placid, create image. You're gonna connect. So for the first time, you need to create a connection, right? So I'm gonna select Frank, and my template here is called shop. So I'm gonna choose shop, right? Then what I want to do here is to change the image. So I'm gonna get my ambient image we just saved here. So I'm gonna open this and pick the URL, ambient image URL, make sure it's URL. Then what we want to customize is the title with the name of the product, and that's it for now. If you want, you can customize the color, you can customize the call to action, you can customize the little headline before the name of the product, or whatever you actually want. And next, I want to get the outcome of this and to save it. So I'm gonna run this again, product master, products, record ID is the ID. I'm gonna put the status to approve. I think it's our status to when it's done. And I wanna add the story ambient image file URL, picking image URL from Placid. So that module will return image URL. Good. Optional is the file name, Airtable can just do it. Right, alright, so I'm gonna trigger it again from scratch, run. We'll do everything again, generate the prompt, generate ambient image with another prompt, so may change the background this time, for example. Upload to Google Drive, like it's doing now, get the link, save to Airtable, use Placid to generate our story template, we just customized before, and then save it. Now it's working on Placid, and we do have an error here, so let's check what's happening here. Insufficient permission to create a new select option to approve. I think I did something, like I choose probably the wrong status record. Yeah, something very yeah, it's not status description that we need to update because I had another field, but it's image workflow status. So it was actually good, but it was the wrong. So let's run it again. So let's put to do, run once. Wow, success. So let's check everything out in our database. Okay, nice. We do have our ambient image again generated, and we do have our post. I can customize in the background the way the image get cutted. It can be fit, cover, like now it's filling the box, but for this kind of proportion, it's better to maybe choose fit. And you can change it from like the template here. It's very easy. I'm just gonna show you. Here you can just select size, contain, and contain will just show all the image. In this case, you maybe want to remove the shadows and just show the image, and it's saved. So for that kind of product would be better. I prefer to use the right proportion between the template and the input image and use cover, so the final output is more consistent, but it's your choice. So now I'm not going to do the same for the campaign image. I'm just gonna show you how it's made from my template. So now you got the point. The secondary workflow for the campaign image is actually the same. So my suggestion is to import my blueprint, or you can just clone all this module because it's pretty much the same. But what you need to do is to customize like this flow by copying it and by putting a different prompt, which is also attached into the file. So you want to go ahead in the school community and use this link, image prompt, to open this document, and you can copy paste this, and you just gonna need to substitute the parameters. So back here in the workflow I was just showing you, here you can replace the name with the variable with the Airtable name of the product, and that's it basically. Of course, if you want to customize the style, you want to customize like some characteristic for the outcome that you want, this prompt will prepare something like a woman in the street of Milan, a woman in the street of New York in a sunny day, a man in the park, and this will create the prompt with the same principle and the process we did for the first image. It will work with Photoroom, but this time it will send the model image and we'll use this prompt to generate a prompt for the campaign marketing image, and then we'll save it. Okay, so I'm gonna run this now. I'm gonna put the status to do, and now I'm gonna run this automation that goes down by, and it wants to create the campaign image this time. All right, so run. We'll get down in the workflow because we already have the ambient image. So in this filter we are also checking if there is already an ambient image, and it's created already. So now it's working with Photoroom, Google Drive upload, and save the product. Let's check it out. Wow, here we go. Nice, looks like it's inside a museum or something like that. So the prompt was high-hand art gallery with a black and white abstract paintings. Nice. And finally, it's also working with Placid with another template that I created just to do something different, which is this one. So it's something like a Polaroid with a quote that we can customize here. You can add more if you want. You can generate other kind of images with different formats. You can generate more templates for your social media. You can customize more your templates, so you can make AI suggest you a good color for the background of the social media post, for example. Here it's a standard gradient for all the products, so you can run this automation for 100 products and we'll get the same. But if you ask AI to suggest you a good color for the background, because he can watch the image and match the colors, will be something interesting and smart to do. By watching the product, it can also suggest you an interesting quote, or you can give AI 20 quotes which are good for your brand, and you can tell AI to choose every time one of the 20 quotes randomly, right? So by doing this, you can generate some variety in your outcomes and have a lot of great output. Just from 2 basic white background images, you can generate many very nice visuals for all your product, and the outcome can be really good. Just to show you some example, this one is very dynamic. This one is in Paris, interesting, elegant. This inside is still some museum or something like that. Inside like normal house with minimal background. It's very realistic. This one that we did together was very nice, inside a bar or something like that. Of course, we did use the approve status, because if we like the outcome, we can just approve and maybe send the next step of the integration to be downloaded or uploaded to our website. If we don't like, we can just set to do again, and we can just press run again. So it will run again and recreate it. So if you find some mistakes in the image, for example, this one if you check carefully, this head is like a bit fucked and there are some like imprecisions. So we're gonna recreate it again and we just let AI do the job. This integration can really pump your brand campaign images, and you can leverage AI to do some new strategies to test more on social media, on your paid campaign, and have better return of the investment. And it's something very, very important for your brand. Additionally, you can save really a ton of money because you simplify a lot your shooting and you use AI to do the job of campaign images, and you change basically the whole game. So I really suggest you to join our free community on School, because there are many other tutorials there and you can like find many interesting integration for social media post creation, templating, automating activities on CRM, customer care, sales processes, and more are coming because we are deep diving in these new opportunities of AI automation, studying the best strategies in the world from the big brands and making something easy and simple for everyone to recreate no code like in this case. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you like this video and to subscribe to the channel. Inside the community, you have also the chance to participate to some lives and webinar and Q&A with me and my team. So you can also post and ask your question, get technical support if you're doing this kind of automation, if you have some issues. Just go on School and use this wonderful place to get support from us. So thank you very much for following this. See you in the next one. Bye.